All right, guys, we're back. Another video here. And today we're going to be taking a little trip on the rails. So you've probably seen them off in the distance as we're doing another project, but we're actually going to take these to the end. And over here to the left side, the little ice road right there, that's something that we used to use in the past with a boat. And it would get us to where we're going now a lot faster, honestly. But it was very difficult sometimes to steer the boat on the ice. I don't know if you guys use the ice technique at all, but it definitely can be a little screwy sometimes. So this was just better. It was more consistent. I could get on the rails and then go walk around and maybe grab a drink and come back, and then I would be where I need to be. So this was just more efficient for me to be able to play longer. And we always had an abundance of stone, so it wasn't a big deal to build something like this. And, we are always getting iron as well. So in order to make the rails, the iron was very easy for us. So that's why we built this. And it's pretty long. We had a lot of different ideas for this. Like on the sides, we'd build maybe different, like an amusement park that we'd be driving through. So on the right side, it would be maybe a bunch of cows, or it'd be just like a museum. So there'd be just different displays of things that we could see as we're going through, and maybe some target practice spots, some targets that we could aim at with our bow as we're driving. And those are just different ideas that we had at the time. And, we never really did them because it would just take so much time. And again, like all around us is the snow biomes, and I honestly wish I would have moved or built somewhere different long term. I guess I just didn't really think I would be branching out that much as we are. I thought we would be more underground. Even though we are pretty much 90% underground, there are some projects I wanted to build above ground, and it makes it a little bit more difficult. But on the right side here, we actually dug all of this out. We were going to make some type of arena look. As you can see, it kind of just steps down and it just goes down in levels, but we were running into a lot of gravel, and gravel was making it very difficult to make it like consistent all the way through, because when you hit one thing of gravel, the whole top comes down, and it became a little bit more of a project that I didn't really want to do anymore because it would have taken so much time, and we didn't really have a full plan for it. But there's the village that has always been here. And over here, we did build it's basically just a big box. We just built it around the village. And this is where we actually used to get all of our villagers from. So this is how far we used to have to take them from. And what we do is we just hang out. And oh my goodness, I love it when you can kind of see through the world sometimes. But good thing that's loaded. And we had a dog here. I totally forgot that we had a dog. Doesn't even have a name, unfortunately. We'll have to get a little name tag for them. But these are all the beds that we used to train the villagers up with. And we would just post up here and AFK as the villagers would just harvest. And you get a little igloo there. But this was really the first place that we had villagers, and the first place that we got them. So it was pretty cool. But we're going to get out of here. We're going to block this back up. We haven't been here in a long time, so I don't think we'll really be back anytime soon. So we'll take this all the way back, and we'll check out the half project that we have, the arena. And you do see a villager outpost over there in the distance, so we might want to revisit that sometime. I know we can get a few different items from it, so I haven't really done much with those before, so I definitely have to look up some type of guide online. But for now, we're not going to worry about it too much. We do have plenty of projects to do, and we're still collecting the redstone. So we'll hop off the minecart here, and we'll go down the little hole and go check it out to see. Maybe you guys can kind of think of other ideas, but ultimately, we were going to have it levels like this all the way down and all the way within this under section. So this whole corner would be pushed back, and it would just be symmetrical just like this all the way around. So as you went around this corner on the minecart, you would be able to see all the way down, and there'd be some type of structure maybe at the bottom. But this is what we have so far. We haven't been back here in a long time. So it is something that we can come back to and maybe revisit, because a lot of projects that you start, you have an idea and then it just gets kind of repetitive and you take a break from it and you come back and then you have new ideas and new angles you can kind of build from. But at the bottom here, we were going to do some type of mob, not farm, but we were going to AFK there and mobs are going to come to us and we're going to kill them. But it ended up being not very efficient at all, especially with we don't have the, if we can AFK around the carrot farm, that would be huge because we can make carrots. But when we AFK here, nothing really happens and you might only get 10 mobs max and it's just not worth our time. But I am going to go around here a little bit and kind of show you guys what the underside looks like in here. And we're going to collect little ores here and there, especially the redstone, because you can never have too much redstone, I'll tell you that, especially on this world. But we're going to go around and try to figure out what types of structures maybe we can build underground, or the mine colony that we're going to be building underneath the castle that we did end up boxing in and kind of decorating. So that'll be in another video, probably the next video. I'll kind of show you guys what I did with that. And we're in the process of thinking about types of stairs that we're going to take inside the cave. So we're working through that right now and figured I'd just kind of show you guys a little bit extra on the world. And we do have a couple spots that we still haven't visited yet. The Nether, we haven't been to the Nether yet. So at least we haven't recorded us in the Nether. So we're going to show you guys a little bit what I have built in the Nether. And I haven't really built many structures or many buildings, but I have mined a lot. The mine that we have underneath the castle, it looks very similar to the mine that we have in the Nether. And what that is we use quartz for a lot of things. I love quartz stairs. I love the white aspect. It kind of brings other tones out of the block. So we were doing that a little bit. And yeah, we're going to revisit that for sure. And this cave definitely goes pretty far both ways. You can see I haven't been this way yet. So we're going to check this spot out to see if we can, maybe we can find anything, or, you know, I haven't found a mine shaft yet. And those would be really sweet to find because I love the way they're built, and we could definitely try to build our own mine shaft. They're not too difficult. You just need planks, honestly, and just kind of putting things together. But the way they look organically through the game, they're just put together pretty sweet. And to try to integrate some other type of build with it, and you know, I'd love to have some type of iron mansion or some type of iron house that we have and connected to some type of mine shaft. That would be really sweet. So if we ever end up finding a mine shaft in the future, we're definitely going to try to put some type of iron mansion on it and make it look like it's indestructible and it's just from the mine. The whole place is just built from what's built below it. And I think we could really make something like that look pretty cool on the channel. And it wouldn't be too difficult because, again, we don't really decorate things. So if we're just going to build an iron house, it's just going to be a big rectangle with, you know, maybe some shrubs here and there or some different texture tones and maybe different patterns for the walls and ceilings. But ultimately, our builds are pretty simple. And, you know, I do that because that's just how I enjoy building. And as you can see, I have half-finished projects and unfinished projects. So, you know, I have a hard time kind of focusing on something that takes days and days to build. It's not something that I really enjoy doing. I'd rather be mining and, you know, finding coal or finding redstone. And, you know, those are the things that I like doing on this game. So that's how we're going to keep playing it. And hopefully we stick around for a little bit longer, because I know a lot of times when I'm at a project and there hasn't been much change, I tend to take a break from the game. And I'd really enjoy trying to play Minecraft, because if I had played this world for the last 2 years after I took that break, you know, we'd have so much more done. And I'd really like to see more progress on this world, because in the end, it's just an accumulation of everything. And we did end up running out of torches, and luckily it was the end of the cave here. And we're going to run back and get back to mining, doing a few different adjustments, but I'm glad you guys watched, and thanks for watching.